Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The principle of do not wait for ease to worship, because worship is the opener of the doors of ease, teaches a profound understanding of the relationship between spiritual effort and the ease of life. Many human beings often postpone drawing closer, remembering, or performing good deeds on the grounds of being busy, pressed by financial burdens, or waiting for their life situation to become calmer. In fact, making worldly conditions a requirement for worship is a mistake, because ease itself is a sweet fruit harvested from a servant's consistency in worshiping the Creator. Every form of worship performed with sincerity is truly the main key to opening the doors of sustenance and ease that are currently locked. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised that whoever is God-fearing and prioritizes their spiritual obligations, He will provide a way out from every difficulty and bestow sustenance from directions they could never imagine. When a servant prioritizes the call of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the midst of their busyness or hardship, that is when His mercy and help descend to unravel every complexity of life being faced. This teaching was also clearly exemplified in the life of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He always made prayer and worship the primary place of complaint and refuge whenever facing difficult, complicated, or high-pressure times. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam never postponed worship until worldly affairs were finished, but rather made worship a tranquilizer for the soul and a solution to all problems. Following his steps means believing that the time used to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never reduce worldly time, but rather it is the blessing within it that increases. Psychologically and spiritually, postponing worship until a time of ease arrives is often an endless trap of illusion. Worldly busyness will never truly end if humans continuously follow it without limits, so waiting for a time that is truly free will only end in negligence. On the contrary, when someone finds the courage to step forward and prioritize worship in the midst of pressure, the soul will feel calmer, the mind becomes clear, and the chest feels more spacious even though the burden being faced has not completely disappeared. Therefore, changing one's perspective on worship is a crucial first step in achieving a blessed life. Worship should no longer be viewed as an additional burden that consumes time, but rather as a basic need, and the main means to knock on the doors of ease from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. By always stepping forward and prostrating without waiting for the situation to become perfect, a servant will witness how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala widens their life path, expands their chest, and flows infinite tranquility into their heart. May our every prostration and small step toward obedience become a light that expands the chest, calms the soul, and unravels every hardship of life. Let us always draw close without hesitation and worship without delay, because within that spiritual discipline and devotion, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala awaits to embrace us with His boundless mercy. Thank you for all your attention. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always protect us in goodness and blessings. وبالله توفيق والهداية والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.